On a cold winter morning, the usual bustle of city traffic roared through the highways, with commuters rushing to their destinations, unaware of a life waiting to be saved. Amidst the honking cars and speeding vehicles, a stray dog could be seen stumbling along the edge of the road. With matted fur and eyes that held a deep sadness, the dog looked lost. She was small, almost fragile, and the winter chill made her tremble as she struggled to navigate the busy highway. But as the cars swerved past, no one took the time to notice her distress. It wasn't until a compassionate driver, a woman on her way to work, saw the dog in peril and pulled over. The woman's heart raced as she quickly jumped out of her car, noticing the dog limping, clearly injured and disoriented. The poor animal was dirty, with visible cuts on her paws and a look of fear that was hard to ignore. She wasn't just a stray, she was a living being in desperate need of help. After cautiously approaching the dog, the woman extended her hand, trying to comfort her without frightening her further. The dog looked at her with hesitant eyes but, sensing the kindness in the woman, took a few tentative steps forward. The driver, with no hesitation, scooped the dog into her arms and placed her gently in the back of the car. She drove straight to the nearest veterinary clinic, all the while speaking softly to the dog, who seemed to slowly relax in the warmth of the car. The vet, upon examining the dog, confirmed that she was malnourished and had several wounds that needed immediate care. It was clear that she had been on the streets for a long time, enduring hardships no animal should have to face. The vet named her Maya after the kindness and gentle spirit she had shown despite her trauma. Little did anyone know Maya's journey had only just begun, and she was about to become the local hero the town didn't know they needed. Maya's recovery process was slow but steady. She was placed in foster care with a family who gave her a safe and loving home. Slowly, her coat began to shine again, and her playful nature began to emerge. It was clear that despite the hardships she had faced, she was still full of love and energy. It didn't take long before she was completely healed and soon she was ready for adoption. But there was something special about Maya, something that would change her life forever, and the lives of those around her. One day, during her daily walks around the neighborhood, Maya's attention was caught by the sound of a child's scream. Without hesitation, she darted toward the noise, her instinct guiding her. The child, no older than 5, had wandered into the street, oblivious to the approaching traffic. Maya raced forward, barking loudly, her voice cutting through the noise of the cars. In a split second, she reached the child just as a car came barreling down the road. Without thinking, Maya pushed the child out of the way, sending herself tumbling onto the road, just inches from the speeding car. The vehicle screeched to a halt, just in time to avoid hitting the dog. The child, shocked but unharmed, cried out as Maya limped to the curb. The onlookers who had witnessed the event couldn't believe their eyes. They rushed to the dog's side, checking for injuries. Maya, despite the pain, wagged her tail weakly as if to assure them she was okay. But the real miracle was that the child was safe, thanks to Maya's selfless act. Word of the dog's heroism quickly spread throughout the community. People who had never paid much attention to Maya began to see her in a new light. Maya's bravery didn't go unnoticed. She was hailed as a hero not just by the family whose child she had saved, but by the entire town. Local news outlets picked up the story and soon Maya was a household name. Children made her pictures and shops sold t-shirts emblazoned with her face. But for Maya, none of the fame mattered. She had simply done what felt right in the moment, driven by an innate sense of duty and care. As time went on, Maya continued to make a difference in her community. She became a local symbol of courage and selflessness. Her story inspired others to act with kindness, not just toward animals but toward one another. The town began to foster a spirit of unity, and it wasn't long before they started more initiatives aimed at helping other strays, ensuring that no dog would ever again have to face the hardship Maya had. One summer, Maya was invited to a special ceremony at the town hall, where she was presented with a medal for bravery. The mayor of the town, speaking to the gathered crowd, reflected on the impact Maya had made. In a world where we often overlook the smallest among us, the mayor said, Maya has shown us what true courage looks like. She has reminded us all that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they have 4 legs and a heart full of love. Maya, sitting proudly beside her adoptive family, looked out at the crowd. She was no longer the frightened stray on the highway, she had transformed into a beacon of hope, a symbol of what one small act of kindness could do. And as the crowd cheered for her, Maya's tail wagged, not for the recognition, but for the love and safety she had found in her new home. Her journey from the streets to becoming a local hero was a testament to the power of compassion and the incredible resilience of animals. But Maya's journey didn't end there. Over the years, she became the face of local animal shelters, encouraging people to adopt rather than buy. Her story sparked a movement, one that led to the creation of pet adoption programs and awareness campaigns across the region. Maya's actions had started a ripple effect that changed the lives of countless animals and humans alike. Her days of wandering the streets were long behind her, but Maya never forgot the struggles she had faced. She continued to visit the shelters, offering comfort to the new arrivals, and showing them that a better life was possible. Children who had once been afraid of stray dogs now approached them with kindness, eager to offer food, toys, and love. Even as she grew older, Maya's legacy lived on. She was the dog that had reminded a town of its humanity. A single act of courage had turned her into something more than just a pet. It had turned her into a symbol of hope. And as she peacefully laid down to sleep, surrounded by her family, Maya knew that she had made the world a better place, one paw at a time. Her story would be remembered for generations, a reminder that even the smallest creatures have the power to change the world. And so, the stray dog who had been rescued from the highway went on to become not just a hero, but a legend. A reminder that kindness and bravery can come from the most unexpected places, and that sometimes, the most heroic beings are the ones who ask for nothing in return. Maya had found her place in the world, and she had shown the world what true heroism looks like.